Hello, my beautiful Pisces. I cannot wait to get into your reading. My name is Linda, and I am doing the Zodiac reading for Pisces in line with the new moon energy here in November. So I will be doing all of my Zodiac readings with the new moons. So we have the lunar month rather than the calendar month for the Zodiac signs. Just makes more sense energetically. So we're asking Spirit for a clear and concise message here for the sign of Pisces. You can have heavy Pisces placements in your chart or just stumble across this video. If it resonates for you. Just make sure to crisscross energies as you see fit, because it might be your energy or the energy of someone around you. So please use your intuition. We'll be looking at your overall energy and what you don't see coming. We'll be looking at challenges and opportunities, and then some advice from Spirit. So Spirit, clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of Pisces. What is the overall energy? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, Pisces, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. All right, overall we have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Death card in reverse, and the Two of Wands. What you don't see coming, we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I have both the King and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. All right, let's look at your opportunity. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Devil. Let's look at the challenge. We have the Nine of Swords, the Lovers in reverse, and the Tower in reverse for your challenge. All right, so let's pull some oracle cards as well. We will pull clarifiers as well. We will read your spread before we pull any clarifiers as it is. We have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Beautiful. I believe that card came out for Virgo. We have wise salt. This card came out for Scorpio. All right. Beautiful. Pisces, what do we have? Well, this is the opposite of happiness. When we're sad, we're down and out. We're looking back on a situation. What didn't work? But I feel like you're coming out of this state. So maybe you're looking to find some sort of happiness in a situation that you're learning to shift from, because death is all about transitioning and allowing what no longer serves us to fall away. It's the end of something. It's having to be reborn, and I feel like there has been a difficult situation embracing something here that's been painful. But the power is in your hands. It seems to be a common theme here with these readings, is like the power is in your hands to decide what you want to do here in a situation. Do you want to remain in something that you've outgrown that might be painful? Or do you want to step forward into something else? So I feel like you want happiness. I mean, of course, who doesn't want happiness? But I feel like if you want it, you'll have to want it more than a situation here that I feel needs to be detached from, or needs to be put an end to, or needs to be mourned in a way that you're no longer stuck in that energy. So what you don't see coming, I feel like there's a need here to take a break. There's a need here to take some time, that I feel like it's between you and somebody else here. I do feel your energy is coming through here, both of you guys as fire signs. Although I know you're a Pisces, water energy. I feel like maybe you have heavy fire placements, or just you're in an energy here of wanting something with conviction, and someone else wants maybe their own way with conviction. So I feel like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. But I do feel like this is your partner, or this is someone you would consider your partner. Could be a spouse. Okay, could be a business partner, or somebody you work with in some way. But I feel like there's a need to take a break, to reflect. So I feel there's two stubborn energies kind of coming through here, and the what you don't see coming. I think it all kind of comes to some sort of understanding that a break needs to happen in order for there to be some sort of a truce, or some sort of a recognition to find a middle ground, however that might be. And so I feel like the opportunity here is for you to acknowledge where you're stuck, because I feel like you are stuck with the devil, with something that has you bound. But the opportunity is you can look towards what is working, and maybe you can find a way to, I don't know, like, do you feel you owe an apology here to a situation? Maybe there's part of the situation that you could take ownership over, or take ownership of, if you do need to apologize, or if you do need to soften things up here, because I feel like both of you guys are out, down and out in whatever the situation or connection or whatever this is about. But I certainly feel you feel down and out. But the opportunity is you could come out of this by acknowledging where you're stuck, by acknowledging unhealthy ways. And it could just be unhealthy because we're too stubborn to apologize, or unhealthy because we're not following our heart by doing what is true out of, I don't know, like making up a story. I mean, this could be somebody wearing a mask or doing the opposite of what they want in some way. So I feel like there is something here about you kind of deciding to want to move towards happiness rather than stay in unhappiness and stay in unhealthy situations. Your challenge, anxiety, sleepless nights. This is being in our head, being stuck, being in our mind. And I feel like you feel like there is no choice to be made. I feel like you feel, yeah, like things have, I don't know, things are going to fall apart, or things are about to fall apart, or that because an ending here, or if there is an ending, if you embrace an ending or break up with someone here, if you separate from someone here, that things will fall apart. But I feel like what you don't know is that you have the control in your own power to make the decision to find happiness in this situation. And that sometimes towers falling, sometimes dealing with the death of things allows for the new to grow, which will free you from devil energy. So you might be fighting to keep something the same. You might be anxious about keeping something the same, but what you're not realizing here is keeping something the same doesn't allow there to be happiness, doesn't allow there to be a flow of the new, which I feel is actually more positive than bad. But maybe you're anticipating something being worse than it is. So let's get some clarifiers here for you, Pisces, and see what this is all about. So Spirit, can we get clarifiers here for the overall energy for Pisces? What is the overall energy here for Pisces? We have the Empress, and we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So I'm going to read signs. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Gemini energy. Overall, I feel there is love. I do feel you feel love, but I feel like you feel stuck as well. Like you can't decide, or you can't move forward, or you don't know what to do. And so you're not doing anything at all instead of dealing with what needs to be resolved, what needs to be over, because this will free you. And I feel it'll free you from your anxiety. It'll free you from your limitations of being in devil and being unhappy, of not knowing what to do, being in limbo, being stuck, excuse me, and then finding happiness. So I feel you're stuck out of your own doing here, Pisces. And I feel like you are a beautiful Empress here who knows her self-worth and her value, who is capable of making decisions, who's not limited by thoughts, who's not held back by any thoughts. But I feel like taking action and deciding is your challenge here. For whatever reason, you might feel very stuck, okay? So what you don't see coming, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you hit a breaking point here. You need some time off from this person, from this situation. Okay, instead of continuously trying to maybe confront or face, I feel like you just need to detach. You need to detach because I feel like you've had enough here. And I feel like what you're doing, though, is you're still hanging on to your position. So whatever sort of, I don't know, whatever your position was on this argument, on this cause, on this situation, like I feel like it's difficult for you to let go of. But your opportunity is to acknowledge where you're held back or where you're holding on to, so that you can take some time to reflect on this, so that there can be change, so that you can address, you know, the Death card and release things that are no longer serving you. So I do feel like there is a pause here. You do take some time. And I feel like there is a need to acknowledge where you're holding on or holding back. Let's look at your opportunity here. 7 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. Yeah, this is apology. So with the Page of Cups and the 7 of Swords in reverse, this is coming forward with an apology. Again, I don't know if it's your energy or not, but I feel like an apology changes things here. It makes people less angry and not as defensive, and not, yeah, it's like surrendering, not having to be combative, not having to be defensive and fighting for a position here. But that would take, you know, trusting the unknown. Like, is this person going to accept my apology? So someone has to be the bigger person in some way to find the happiness. Someone has to come forward and release from, I feel, a stubborn energy, hanging on to a grudge of some sorts. And so it's like I can let go of all these grudges with some sort of unconditional love, some sort of Empress higher energy, embracing a higher vibration in order to find happiness will mean having to be the bigger person and apologize, and maybe recognizing where I've been devil, regardless of whether I know this person's going to accept the apology or not, because this might shift things and I don't know how, but we're not stuck in the same energy. We've learned from our experience. We're now able to do something different here. And I feel like that's your opportunity to diffuse something, or something to get diffused in order for there to be an exploration of happiness, which hasn't been the case up until now. So your challenge, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the 8 of Wands. Yeah, the challenge. You want happiness. You want a 10 of Cups. You want union. You want to come together. You want a long-term coming together with you and whoever this person is. Business partner, whatever, lover, friend, someone here. You work very well together here. You're very attracted to each other with the Wands, but it's like your challenge is, what do I do? How do I invest my energy? What is it that I'm accountable to putting in this situation so I can communicate what I want, so I could get things moving again? I feel things are stuck, and things are stuck because we're not sure how to navigate forward, how to communicate, how to get things going. By acknowledging our own responsibility in this thing. Am I held back? Am I guarded? Am I not approachable? Am I too stubborn to apologize? Am I defensive? Am I standing my ground? Am I not coming forward, admitting some sort of truth here? Am I staying kind of idle, waiting for the other person in some way? But how can I contribute to a situation here so that it can start balancing out, so that we can find a middle ground, so that we can both see eye to eye, regardless if they were right or wrong? How do we start communicating? How do we get things moving again? So let's look at your advice here from Spirit. So Spirit, advice here for Pisces. What is the guidance, the advice for Pisces in this situation? Looks like a connection. What are they being advised to do here? We have the 9 of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, and the Page of Wands. So this is the opposite of this. This is not being happy. This is not getting one's wish. So I think Spirit is saying, do you want to remain in, you know, the Dr. Phil thing, remain right but unhappy, or do you want to remain happy? And if you want to be happy, then we might have to say we were wrong in some way, or at least apologize, or at least acknowledge something here in order for us to move forward. Because I feel like you're needing to communicate something with this Page of Wands, and something could certainly move forward. Something needs to be explored further. And so I think this means standing in our own power, having the confidence to face something here, you know, not being held back in any sort of way, saying, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to take ownership of my own role here in this situation so that I can, you know, see what happens here. So I can explore a happier side here, but I have to have the right types of communication here. So let's get some further clarity. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And we have the 5 of Wands. So confirming this message again, conflict, battle, disagreements. And I mean, this is petty stuff, I feel, okay? So I do feel this is kind of petty, and it's like, do you want to stay in a situation here of conflict with another and then be emotionally unhappy and not be able to explore, or not be able to go towards what we want? You know, we're held back. We're not exploring. We're not allowing there to be a new beginning and expressing and showing emotion where we love, because I feel there is love here. We'd rather compete or be argumentative or just not agree for whatever reason. So there's a need to get along here in some way, to find a common ground, to be a bigger person here if we can do this. So I don't know if this is your energy or someone around you, but this is your reading. Pisces, I hope this resonated. I love you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.